Welcome to NetSet Mathematics lecture series. This is my lecture 2. I am Mr. Pratmesh Upakar. So, last time when I uploaded video 1, I have got many suggestions and improvements. One of the suggestion I liked is to solve question paper. Take one question paper and solve all the questions from it. So I am going to start with that suggestion. So in today's session I am going to solve two questions from part C, which was asked in NET exam December 2019. The first question: let sequence an be the sequence of positive real numbers. Then we have given the value of capital K, which is limit supremum of mod an raised to 1 by n. We have asked which of the following are true. Remember, here in all the options the series is given an a raised to r raised to n, which is a power series. Okay, so what is the power series? Power series is of the form summation cn z raised to n, and we have the result that if alpha is equal to limit supremum of root of mod cn, then r is given by 1 upon alpha, where r is called radius of convergence, and the power series is always convergent when mod z less than r, and it is divergent for mod z greater than r. We don't know the series whether it converges or diverges when mod z is equal to r. Okay, so here we will get r is equal to 1 upon k. So whatever k is given, if we take 1 upon k, we will get r. Let us consider the options now. So if k is equal to infinity, we will get r is equal to 1 upon k, which is equal to 0. Therefore, series converges only when small r is equal to 0 and diverges otherwise. So let us check the option. So r is greater than 0, series will be divergent. So option B is true and 1 is wrong. So A is wrong, B is true. Now if k is equal to 0, then we will get r is equal to infinity. Hence the series will converges everywhere in r. Let us see. So C will be true and D will be false. Easy? Okay. Let's move on to the next question. For alpha belongs to R, we denote greatest integer function alpha, which is denotes by greatest integer smaller than or equal to alpha. We'll define D from R to R by d of xy is equal to greatest integer function of modulus of x minus y. Then which of the following are true? This is next question in the same question paper December 2019. We'll see option one by one. dxy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y, dxy is equal to dyx, dxy is equal to dxz plus dzy, and D is not matrix in R. We will see the option one by one. If we take x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0.5, we will get D of 1, 0.5 is equal to modulus of 1 minus 0.5 and take the greatest integer function. So we will get greatest integer function of 0.5, which is equal to 0. So what we will get? We will get D 1, 0.5 is equal to 0, but 1 is not equal to 0.5. Therefore option A is wrong. Always remember, whenever to disprove something, you have to take counter example. But to prove, you have to prove in general. For example, the second option. Since modulus of x minus y is same as modulus of y minus x, we'll get dxy is equal to modulus of x minus y, greatest integer function, which is same as modulus of y minus x का greatest integer function. Therefore, it is same as dyx. This proves the option B. We cannot prove option B by taking example like this. We have to prove in general. Next, for third option, if we take x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1.2 and z is equal to 0.6, we'll get dxy is equal to d of 0, 1.2, which is equal to modulus of 0 minus 1.2, and take the greatest integer function. So we'll get greatest integer function of 1.2, which is equal to 1. Similarly, we can compute dxz. What is dxz? Modulus of 0 minus 0.6 is 0.6. We'll take greatest integer function of 0.6, which is equal to 0. Similarly, dzy. What is the difference? 0.6. Y minus z is 0.6, and then take the greatest integer function of 0.6, again it is equal to 0. So what we will get? dxy is greater than dxz plus dzy. Therefore this option is also wrong. Always remember, whenever you are disproving something, we have to take counter example. When you have to prove something, you have to prove in general. From A and C, what we can conclude, it is not a matrix, because to get a matrix will require all these three conditions satisfied. Therefore D is not matrix in R. Therefore option D is true. So what we get? A is wrong, B is true, C is wrong, D is true. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment and share, and subscribe the channel for watching more videos of this type. Thank you.